How many people would like to make worldwide phone calls absolutely free? I'm going to show you a website, and you can mark this down, which lists them all. On iciworld.net and click the word Contact Us. And on that, go down the page just a little bit. And I know some of you may have heard of some of these things, but I'll tell you, they absolutely work. And for people that don't know them, you can be using them. And you'll see the first one here is Google Voice. I can actually dial your phone number with my computer right now and be talking to you through my microphone. But that's one of them is Google Voice. It works terrific. And so if you were calling somebody any place in the world, it's free. The benefit of that is if you're in an internet cafe any place in the world, including the Caribbean, or if you're in a hotel in Chicago where if you use the phone, it's $1.45 a minute in a hotel. I've had that happen. You can use the internet, sometimes pay $10 a day at a high-priced Chicago hotel, and you can be making all your phone calls using some of these services. The next one here is Skype. I think everyone's heard of Skype pretty well. Skype works really good, allows you to do conference calls. Right today, as we're sitting here, there are about 2 million people speaking on Skype right now around the world on the internet. This other one here, Goldline, Goldline is particularly advantageous. There's several things you can do with that. When you belong to the Goldline network, you can dial into their service. And I put $50 on deposit. When it gets below $10, it triggers back up to $50. And so what you can do is with this phone, I have unlimited outgoing calls. It happens to be a Fido phone. And I can dial into Goldline. Well, it's free for me to dial into Goldline because this is local calling and they have a local number any place in Canada and the United States. So I dial into Goldline. And when I do, I'm on the Goldline World Network. And so if I want to call Hong Kong, the price to call Hong Kong is 1.9 cents a minute. That means I'm calling with my cell phone right now to Hong Kong for 1.9 cents a minute. You tell me that isn't fantastic. Okay, so these are services that are available to you. And it's tools. Like everything in your toolbox you don't use on every single job that you work around the house. But then you all of a sudden can use that tool. These are tools for your brokers and salespersons, what I call your information toolbox. The Vonage one is particularly exciting too. Vonage allows me to, they give you a router. You can have a 905 Hamilton number and order it from Vonage. It's as little as from $14 to $29 a month depending on which one you get. But for $14 a month, you get this router, and you can plug 2 telephone lines in. You can buy a Walmart phone. You can take this router with you any place in the world. So if you're up in the Muskokas or you're in Florida for 3 months, you plug that router into the high-speed access wherever you are. Or you carry it in your suitcase, and you're in a hotel, and if you can plug into the wall in the hotel or any place, and plug your phone into it, and you pick up your phone, you get a dial tone. So what happens is with that 905 number that you have, if somebody rings it, dials it here in Hamilton, and you happen to be in Germany right now, you can answer the phone and speak just like you and I are talking right now in this room. Got to have the internet though, okay? That's the first part. The second part is even better because what you can do in this case is when you pick up the phone, and let's say you're in Florida for 3 months or 2 months, whatever, when you pick up the phone and get a dial tone, when you dial, it is exactly as if you are dialing from Hamilton, no matter where in the world you're located. So if you dial a local number in Hamilton, that's a local call, there's no charge. If you dial from Hamilton to Toronto, that's a charge. However, you get 500 North American minutes included, so it's really no charge. Okay, so those are some of the services you can use. Now, if you don't have outgoing free phone calls, but you have incoming free phone calls on your cell phone, you can use Jaja.com. And in that case, if you're on the internet, you actually dial the number that you want to talk to. And what it does, it calls you first and says, 1 moment while we connect you. So it calls you, so there's no charge. And then it dials that number of what you're trying to call. any place in the world, and you're talking absolutely free through your cell phone, or you can use your phone at home. Called jaja.com. I could go into each one of these and go through different features and services and spend a half an hour on every one, and our whole morning's gone on just those set of services. I'm happy just to leave that. You just mark down the source of that, and you can check it out on your own time later. So that's just before we even get started. I call that my the little early birds, just to sort of give you an idea of the tools of the internet, the way you can be making long-distance phone calls around the world for 1.9 cents a minute or absolutely free around the world. Okay? If you have any questions on that, just go to that website that I gave you. It's internet-based. The answer is yes, except for the Gold Line. The Gold Line is not. I can call Gold Line with this number. It's a local Hamilton number. Okay? And then it connects me worldwide. Once you're on the Gold Line network, different story. And you can call in. It's free local calling. Worldwide. You can call all the countries of the world. Okay? You can call India, I think, for, I don't know, 4 cents a minute or something. If you call a local number, like I have a local Vonage number, not Vonage, but I have a local Gold Line number for Niagara Falls, for St. Catharines, for Hamilton, for Toronto. Okay, whatever community you're in, you go and you find that number. If you're going to Myrtle Beach, you get the local number in Myrtle Beach for Gold Line. So you're going to call into the local number in Myrtle Beach, and then when you call back to Canada, it's like 1 cent a minute or something. Okay, particularly important sometimes if you're in the islands, the islands from the Caribbean. So some of these services can really help you.